Welcome back to 20 Car. Revolutionary redefinition of utility, the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 Unofficial Concept. Picture rolling dawn light glancing off a monumental silhouette. A vehicle whose very form seems to defy gravity, sporting contours that recall both the aerodynamic grace of a supercar and the purposeful solidity of heavy-duty machinery. You approach, and subtle LED filigree along the flanks seems to pulse in greeting, as if the van itself understands that this encounter is the start of something extraordinary. This isn't mere transportation, it's a revelation, a declaration that utility and elegance need not be strangers. Car appearance, sculptural geometry meets functional purpose. Rather than resting on generic box van architecture, the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 Unofficial Concept reinvents proportions with a dynamic stance that suggests motion even at rest. A raked nose tapers into a cavernous rear cargo zone, giving the illusion of a fastback silhouette, an audacious departure from the upright rear walls we've grown accustomed to. Crisp character lines carve through the side panels, intersecting at recessed sculpted zones that both reinforce structural integrity and add visual intrigue. The front fascia is a masterclass in restraint and aggression. A broad, trapezoidal grille, finished in a dark chrome matrix, anchors the visage, flanked by narrow jewel-like headlamps that incorporate matrix LED technology. These lamps boast a chameleon-like function. By day, they project pure white beams for maximum clarity. By night, ambient DRLs trace the grille's contours in a soft, welcoming glow. Below, air curtains and sculpted winglets channel airflow into concealed ducts, optimizing cooling for the high-output engine concealed beneath the hood. At the shoulders, muscular wheel arches house 22-inch forged aluminum wheels, their multi-spoke design evoking turbine blades. Tires are bespoke all-season composites, designed for both highway composure and gravel road resilience. Behind each wheel, high-performance Brembo calipers peek through. Painted in a deep charcoal that complements the overall color palette, a unique ironclad metallic finish developed exclusively for this concept. This hue shifts from near black under overcast skies to a gunmetal gray under direct sunlight, accentuating the van's constantly evolving character. Innovative lighting and aerodynamics. Perhaps most striking is the full-width taillight band across the rear, a signature feature that melds style with safety. This continuous light strip pulses in a gentle waveform when the vehicle is unlocked, and animates into sequence signals for turn-by-turn indication, a feature borrowed from exotic sports cars. Integrated into the rear bumper are adjustable diffuser fins that deploy based on speed and load, managing underbody airflow to reduce drag when empty and add downforce when heavily loaded. Underneath, a smooth, sealed undertray minimizes turbulence, while exposed heat-treated fins near the exhaust outlets hint at the van's true intent, to blend brute strength with sleek efficiency. From every angle, the Savana 3500 concept speaks in a visual language both bold and elegantly resolved, a testament to GMC's willingness to challenge the status quo. Interior specifications, a sanctuary of precision and comfort. Step inside, and the first sensation is one of cabin spaciousness redefined. GMC designers eschewed cramped utility van clichés, opting instead for an environment that feels more akin to a private jet than a work vehicle. The dashboard flows seamlessly into the door panels in a continuous sweep, all trimmed in premium natural grain leather, hand-stitched in a contrasting slate gray for an artisanal touch. The driver's cockpit centers around a 14.2-inch OLED display, positioned at an optimal angle for readability without excessive eye movement. This high-resolution screen offers customizable digital gauge clusters, augmented reality navigation overlays, and performance telemetry readouts. Adjacent is a secondary 12-inch touchscreen, handling climate controls, entertainment, and vehicle settings. Beneath, a capacitive touch panel with haptic feedback replaces traditional switches, reducing clutter while maintaining intuitive control. Materials and mood lighting. Across the cabin, surfaces alternate between soft-touch leather, brushed aluminum accents, and panels of sustainably sourced open-pore walnut. Door sills and armrests incorporate ambient LED light strips with 64-color customization, allowing users to tailor the mood from energizing midday white to tranquil evening blues. Overhead, a panoramic electrochromic sunroof spans nearly the entire cabin length, shifting from transparent to opaque at the push of a button to balance natural illumination with privacy. The seating is another highlight, deeply bolstered front seats with heating, ventilation, and 14-way power adjustments, including lateral support for off-road excursions. Rear seating, or modular cargo configuration, offers quick-release seats that can fold flush into the floor, unlocking a cavernous storage volume of over 500 cubic feet. When configured for passengers, 3 individual seats feature sliding, reclining functions and fold-out trays, making long hauls more akin to first-class rail travel. Cutting-edge tech and connectivity. Connectivity never falters. Embedded 5G modems and dual-band Wi-Fi hotspots ensure uninterrupted access, while 5 USB-C ports and 2 120-volt outlets cater to every device. Audio aficionados will appreciate the bespoke Bose Performance Series 16 speaker surround sound system, featuring dedicated subwoofers hidden beneath rear storage compartments. Noise cancellation is intelligently employed, using counter-phase acoustics to dampen highway roar and mechanical clatter. Perhaps the most novel interior feature is the adaptive space module. Concealed panels in the floor, roof, and sidewalls allow rapid reconfiguration of storage racks, tool chests, or passenger seating. Powered by an intelligent motorized mechanism, the module can shift compartments laterally or vertically, guided by a smartphone app. This innovation turns the Savana 3500 into a mobile workshop, pop-up camper, or executive shuttle at a moment's notice. Competitors, segment rivals and differentiators. In the heavy-duty van market, the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 concept faces formidable rivals: the Ford Transit High Roof Extended, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 3500 XD, and the Ram ProMaster 3500. Each brings its unique strengths, but none meld utility and luxury with the Savana concept steering vision. Ford Transit High Roof Extended. Renowned for its nimble handling and versatile cargo bay, the Transit impresses with a relatively car-like driving experience. However, it lacks the Savana concept's panoramic electrochromic sunroof, its advanced OLED display suite, and the modular adaptive space module. The Transit focuses on practicality but stops short of the concept's aspirational luxury. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 3500 XD, a benchmark for premium commercial vans, the Sprinter offers high-end finishes, safety tech, and optional 4-wheel drive. Yet, its design remains conservative, and its base price climbs steeply once upscale options are added. The Savana concept undercuts the Sprinter by integrating luxury features, like ambient LED personalization and built-in pop-out diffusers, into the standard package. Ram ProMaster 3500, lauded for its front-wheel drive stability under heavy loads and generous cargo height, the ProMaster scores on raw utility. However, its interior materials and technology interface lag behind. The Savana concept's leather and walnut appointments, combined with its capacitive haptic controls and 5G connectivity, position it as the more forward-thinking choice. Niche and emerging threats. Beyond these stalwarts, emerging players in the electric van segment, such as the Rivian commercial van and the upcoming GM BrightDrop EV lineup, signal a shift towards zero-emission mobility. While the Savana 3500 concept retains an internal combustion engine, GMC's hybridized all-wheel drive powertrain offers a compelling bridge, a twin-turbo V6 paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. This hybrid setup delivers instantaneous torque and improved fuel efficiency, outpacing the efficiency of a pure ICE rival without sacrificing range or requiring charging infrastructure. Price. Strategic market positioning. At launch, GMC anticipates the base price of the Savana 3500 unofficial concept to hover around $68,000 in U.S. markets, positioning it above the Ford Transit XL, $52,000, but below a comparably outfitted Mercedes Sprinter once premium packages are applied. This price reflects the inclusion of advanced tech features, OLED displays, adaptive space module, and performance-tuned hybrid powertrain, without burdening the buyer with add-on options, trim levels and optional packages. Concept base includes hybrid twin-turbo V6, 9-speed automatic, leather interior, OLED driver display, secondary touchscreen, matrix LED headlights, 22-inch forged wheels, and adaptive space module. Concept Premium adds advanced driver assist suite, Bose Performance Series sound, ambient LED personalization, heated ventilated seats, and panoramic electrochromic sunroof. Concept Adventure features off-road suspension with adaptive dampers, all-terrain tires, underbody skid plates, built-in air compressor, and roof rack cargo system. Comparative value analysis. While the initial outlay may appear higher than standard cargo vans, the Savana concept's integrated luxury and flexibility deliver substantial value. Without needing aftermarket conversions, such as camper modules or tool rack installations, buyers realize cost savings and eliminate compatibility concerns. In essence, this concept rolls multiple specialized vehicles into one turnkey solution. Ownership costs. Fuel and maintenance. Under the hood, The hybridized twin-turbo V6 boasts a combined output of 440 horsepower and 500 pounds-to-foot of torque. Early testing indicates EPA estimates of 21 miles per gallon combined, a remarkable figure for a heavy-duty van. Assuming 20,000 miles driven annually at a national average of $3.50 gallon, fuel costs total approximately $3,333 per year. Routine maintenance aligns with GMC's existing Savana schedules, with oil changes every 10,000 miles, cabin and engine air filter replacements at 30,000-mile intervals, and brakes service at 40,000 miles. Estimated annual maintenance average is $900, factoring in tire rotations, inspections, and wear component replacements. Insurance, depreciation, and resale. Insurance rates for the Savana Concept skew slightly higher than standard vans due to its advanced tech and luxury trims. Expect annual premiums around $1,800 for a commercial policy in urban markets. Depreciation over the first 5 years hovers near 45%. Aided by GMC's strong resale values and the concept's desirability among conversion professionals and fleet innovators. After 5 years, trade-in value is projected at $37,000 on a $68,000 purchase. Total cost of ownership. Category annual cost 5-year total. Fuel $3,333, $16,665. Maintenance $900, $4,500. Insurance $1,800, $9,000. Depreciation $6,120, $30,600. Total $12,153, $60,765. Over 5 years, the TCO approximates $60,765, equating to $12,153 per year. While these figures exceed those of basic cargo vans, the Savana Concept's performance, advanced features, and residual value justify the premium for buyers seeking a vehicle that transcends mere transport. Conclusion: a paradigm shift in commercial mobility. The 2025 GMC Savana 3500 Unofficial Concept is more than a concept vehicle, it's a manifesto of possibility. By fusing the durability of a heavy-duty workhorse with the refinement of a luxury craft, GMC invites businesses, creative professionals, and adventure enthusiasts to reimagine the van as a multifaceted platform. With its sculptural exterior, lavish interior, cutting-edge technology, and smart hybrid powertrain, this concept sets a new benchmark, a blueprint for the future of commercial mobility. As the automotive landscape evolves, embracing electrification, connectivity, and autonomous technologies, the Savana 3500 concept stands as proof that innovation need not sacrifice character. It is at once practical and poetic, a tool and a testament, ready to carry people, tools, and dreams toward uncharted horizons. In a world hungry for experiences that defy expectations, this van arrives not just as a vehicle, but as an inspiration, and perhaps, as the spark for the next generation of automotive imagination, driving experience. Sliding into the driver's seat of the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 Unofficial Concept feels like stepping into a masterclass on the art of purposeful motoring. From the instant you grip the steering wheel, wrapped in buttery Italian Napa leather with contrast stitching reminiscent of a fine couture garment, you sense an alchemy of utility and refinement, engineered to captivate. This isn't your run-of-the-mill cargo van, it's a living, breathing testament to how far the boundaries of heavy-duty transport can be stretched when designers and engineers dream without restraint. Initial impressions and engagement. The ignition sequence itself is a ceremony. With a firm press of the satin finish start button, the hybrid twin-turbo V6 rumbles to life, a low growl tempered by an almost inaudible hum from the 48-volt mild hybrid motor. There's no jarring roar, no sudden lurch, just smooth, confident readiness. Pointing the Savana toward the open road, the first thing you notice is the steering's uncanny blend of precision and feedback. It's weighted just so, heavy enough to inspire confidence at highway speeds, yet remarkably communicative, relaying the subtlest nuances of pavement texture, suspension and ride comfort. Underpinning this driving alchemy is an adaptive air suspension system that feels concept car exotic. At low speeds, the van floats over potholes and expansion joints as if on a cloud, gently compressing and releasing with a silk-smooth rhythm. Ramp up the pace, and the suspension subtly firms, countering body roll with athletic poise without ever jostling occupants. Even loaded to its modular cargo capacity of 5,000 pounds, the Savana Concept barely squats. Ride height remains consistent, thanks to the self-leveling function that adjusts air pressure in real time. The result? A harmonious blend of chauffeur-level comfort and workhorse resilience, powertrain and acceleration. Merging onto the freeway reveals the true mettle of the hybridized driveline. The twin-turbo V6 unleashes 440 horsepower and 500 pounds-to-foot of torque, but it's the electric assist that bestows immediate throttle response. Step on the accelerator, and power floods in without hesitation. There's no perceptible turbo lag, only a gratifying thrust that propels the van forward with the confidence of a performance sedan. Passing maneuvers require only a gentle prod, and the Savana surges with unwavering authority, even when fully laden. The 9-speed automatic transmission shifts with a crispness that belies its torque handling prowess. Orchestrating gear changes so seamlessly you might mistake it for a single-speed electric powertrain. Handling and stability. For a vehicle of its size, the Savana 3500 Concept handles corners with unexpected agility. A front-mount transverse leaf spring stabilizer bar, coupled with a rear track bar and electronically controlled dampers, keeps body roll to a minimum. In tight bends, the van clings to the road like a sports car, only taller. Steering inputs yield immediate and predictable reactions. High-speed stability is bolstered by an active rear sway bar that stiffens in response to lateral acceleration, virtually eliminating sway and maintaining composure even under abrupt lane change scenarios. Whether navigating crowded city streets or hurtling down a winding mountain pass, the Savana inspires trust and invites spirited driving. Cabin ambience and ergonomics. Despite grafted onto a heavy-duty chassis, the interior cocoon is startlingly serene. Acoustic laminated glass, triple sealed door gaskets, and an active noise cancellation system join forces to suppress wind, road, and mechanical noise. The effect is near silence, oddly disorienting for a vehicle with such brute power under the hood. Ergonomically, every control feels intuitively placed. The capacitive touch panel responds with reassuring haptic clicks. Tactile aluminum toggles beneath the center stack control drive modes with satisfying precision. The driving position is commanding yet comfortable, with 14-way heated and ventilated seats that cradle you like a favorite armchair, even on multi-hour treks. Technology and driver assistance. A standout feature is the augmented reality head-up display, which projects navigation arrows and safety alerts directly onto the windshield ahead of your line of sight. It feels futuristic yet natural. Turn-by-turn directives appear seamlessly integrated with real-world road markings. The Savana Concept suite of Level 2 autonomous features, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, automated parking, operate with uncanny smoothness. In gridlock, the van will creep forward on its own, maintaining a safe distance. When parallel parking, the system precisely maneuvers into spaces mere inches wider than the van itself. Despite the tech sophistication, drivers never feel out of the loop. Every system communicates its intentions clearly through gentle steering wheel pulses or soft chimes. Off-road and worksite performance. Switch to the Adventure Trim's off-road mode, and the Savana 3500 reveals a rugged streak. Ground clearance automatically raises by 2 inches, while traction control calibrates for uneven terrain. The engine's torque is redistributed via an electronic limited slip differential, which ensures power reaches the wheel with the most grip. Crawling through muddy tracks or scaling rocky inclines, the van surges ahead with controlled determination. Underbody skid plates protect vital components, while an integrated air compressor and winch elevate its utility on remote job sites. Even in these demanding environments, the cabin remains peaceful, the noise cancellation retains its composure, and occupants can hold conversations without raising their voices. Long distance and towing. On an extended highway haul, the Savana's cruiser capabilities shine. The cabin-mounted camera monitors driver alertness, prompting micro-brake vibrations in the seat cushion if eyes wander. The active road noise cancellation adapts to tire wear patterns and road surfaces, continuously recalibrating to filter unwanted sounds. Fuel efficiency hovers around 22 miles per gallon on level highways, remarkable for a van with a curb weight exceeding 6,500 pounds when towing a 7,500-pound trailer. The performance even surprises seasoned truck drivers. Stability is unwavering, braking distances remain predictably short thanks to integrated trailer brake control, and the adaptive suspension compensates for the trailer's sway, ensuring composed handling. Over a 500-mile cross-country run, fatigue remains minimal, an impressive feat for a vehicle of this scale. Emotional resonance and ownership delight. Beyond raw metrics, the Savana Concept drives on an emotional plane seldom associated with commercial vans. The way the cabin filters world-weary noise, the tactile satisfaction of each control, the confidence-inspiring throttle response, all conspire to create a driving environment that feels bespoke. Owners report a sense of pride, comparing it to piloting an executive shuttle rather than merely transporting cargo. It fosters a deeper bond, transforming daily errands or client transports into experiences rather than chores. In an era where emotional connection often reigns supreme, the Savana 3500 concept elevates the van from anonymous tool to cherished companion. Summary of driving impressions. Engaging throttle response, instant torque from hybrid assist, no lag. Adaptive suspension, plush ride city slow, firm control at speed. Dynamic handling, uncharacteristic corner grip and stability. Technology integration, R-HUD, Level 2 autonomy, seamless UI. Off-road capability, genuine ruggedness with comfort intact. Towing efficiency, confident performance under heavy loads. Emotional connection, luxury cues foster genuine driver affinity. Pros and cons. Pros cons, unmatched comfort, first-class ride quality in a van. Price premium, higher entry cost versus basic models. Innovative hybrid powertrain, instant torque, efficiency, fuel access. Hybrid does not offer full EV benefits. Adaptive air suspension, balances plushness and control. Complexity, advanced systems may increase maintenance needs. Intuitive tech suite, R-HUD, capacitive controls. Weight, heavy curb weight impacts agility marginally. Modular interior, adaptive space module versatility. Charging infrastructure, hybrid, not plug-in, no regen charging network. Exceptional towing, stable, confident under load. Size constraints, maneuvering in tight urban spots can challenge. Off-road ready, genuine capability with accessories. Learning curve, novel controls require acclimation. Emotional appeal, luxury cues foster bond. Depreciation, luxury-oriented vans may see higher early depreciation. Residual value, strong GMC resale trends. Option overlap, premium features bundled may force unwanted options. This amalgamation of performance, innovation, and emotional resonance positions the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 unofficial concept not merely as a van, but as a statement, one that redefines expectations and invites drivers to embrace a new paradigm in commercial mobility. Whether you're hauling tools, shuttling clients, or exploring backcountry trails, this concept transforms every journey into an unforgettable experience. Technical specifications, powertrain and hybrid integration, engine architecture. At the heart of the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 unofficial concept lies an all-new twin-scroll, twin-turbocharged 3.6-liter V6. Meticulously engineered to deliver a seamless blend of torque-rich performance and fuel efficiency. Unlike conventional single-turbo arrangements, the dual-scroll turbos harness exhaust pulses separately from the inner and outer halves of each exhaust manifold, virtually eliminating lag. Together, they drive a peak output of 420 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute and a stout 505 pounds-to-foot of torque available from 2,000 revolutions per minute. Creating a potent yet tractable power band tailored for both urban maneuverability and long-haul stamina. Mild hybrid assist. Coupled to the V6 is a 48-volt mild hybrid system featuring a compact, belt-driven integrated starter generator. This unit delivers an additional 25 horsepower of instantaneous electric boost during initial acceleration and smooth stop-start transitions. It also enables regenerative braking, harvesting up to 2 kilowatts of energy under deceleration and storing it in a lithium-ion battery pack mounted beneath the cargo floor. As a result, city cycle fuel consumption improves by up to 12% compared with a purely ICE configuration. Transmission and drivetrain. 9-speed automatic transmission. Power is routed through an advanced 9-speed automatic gearbox, featuring a torque converter lockup clutch on each gear for direct engagement and minimal parasitic losses. Gear ratios are spaced to optimize both acceleration thrust and relaxed highway cruising. A wet clutch design within the torque converter reduces slip under heavy loads, while ultra-quiet shift actuators ensure imperceptible gear changes even under spirited driving. Selectable all-wheel drive. The Savana concept debuts a torque vectoring all-wheel drive system. In normal driving, the system operates predominantly in rear drive for traditional handling dynamics and efficiency. When slip is detected, or when the driver selects mud tow mode, up to 50% of torque can be instantaneously shuttled to the front axle via an electronically actuated transfer case. A multi-plate clutch pack modulates distribution between axles in milliseconds, enhancing traction on slick surfaces or uneven terrain. Chassis and suspension. Modular ladder frame architecture. Beneath its sculpted body panels, the Savana concept retains a robust ladder frame chassis derived from heavy-duty pickup DNA, but reimagined. The frame rails employ high-strength, roll-formed steel with integrated cross members optimized via finite Thielman analysis to maximize rigidity while minimizing weight. Adaptive air suspension with height control. An electronically controlled air spring suspension at all four corners automatically adjusts stamping rates and ride height. At highway speeds above 60 miles per hour, the van lowers by 1.5 inches to reduce aerodynamic drag. In off-road or loaded scenarios, it raises by up to 2 inches, maintaining optimal ground clearance. The system also features load-level sensors that dynamically compensate for cargo weight, ensuring a consistent ride height regardless of payload. Braking and steering. High-performance Brembo brake package. Stopping power comes courtesy of an optional Brembo 4-piston fixed caliper setup, clamping 14-inch vented rotors front and rear. The larger rotors incorporate directional vanes and cross-drilled cooling channels to dissipate heat rapidly during heavy towing or spirited driving. An electronic brake booster augments pedal feel and regenerative braking blending, optimizing energy recovery without sacrificing linear response. Electro-hydraulic variable ratio steering. The steering system combines hydraulic assistance with an electric motor, enabling a variable ratio mechanism. At low speeds, the ratio tightens for effortless parking maneuvers with as little as 2.7 turns lock to lock. At higher speeds, it gradually relaxes to enhance straight-line stability. A torque sensor delivers precise feedback to the driver's hands, bridging the gap between light-duty van agility and truck-grade solidity. Aerodynamics and body engineering. Active aero elements. Concealed beneath sculptural bodywork are several active aerodynamic components. Front air curtains, automatically open to feed the twin-turbo intercoolers under aggressive driving, then close at cruising speeds to lower drag. Underbody filler panels, seamlessly deploy to smooth airflow, reducing the coefficient of drag to 0.32, a best-in-class figure for heavy-duty vans. Rear diffuser fins, adjustable vents in the lower bumper tune airflow exit angles to minimize turbulence when unladen and to increase stability when towing. Lightweight composite body panels. Hood and front fenders employ a carbon fiber, reinforced polymer blend that shaves 25 pounds off the front end without compromising frontal crash integrity. The tailgate features an aluminum honeycomb core to keep lift assist springs light and natural in feel. Electrical and connectivity. 5G-enabled telematics. Integrated 5G connectivity enables real-time over-the-air updates to vehicle software, enhanced navigation with live traffic overlays, and remote diagnostics for fleet management. A dedicated telematics control module streams vehicle health data to GMC's cloud platform, offering predictive maintenance alerts before wear becomes critical. Intelligent lighting suite. Matrix LED headlamps incorporate 24 individually controllable pixels per side, enabling adaptive beam shaping to avoid dazzling oncoming traffic while maximizing road illumination. Around the van, signature LED light strips serve as dynamic turn signals, welcome animations, and cargo area task lighting, all programmable via GMC's mobile app. Performance. Acceleration and speed. 0-100 km height. In its most aggressive Sport Plus mode, where the ISG is primed for maximum electric assist, the Savana Concept rockets from 0 to 100 km height in just 5.8 seconds. This benchmark shatters expectations for the heavy-duty van segment, putting it within sight of mid-size luxury SUVs. The immediate torque injection at the lower end, courtesy of the 48-volt system, obliterates any semblance of lag. Top speed. The electronically governed top speed stands at 210 km height. While most van drivers will never approach these limits, the reserve underscores the Savana Concept's latent performance potential, whether in highway merging or emergency maneuvers. Everyday road behavior, city driving and maneuverability. Urban navigation feels surprisingly agile. The variable ratio steering and compact turning circle, enabled by a specialized rear axle steering angle of up to 4 degrees, allow U-turns on narrow streets with minimal effort. Electric throttle mapping provides featherlight responsiveness in stop-and-go traffic, while the ISG's silent restarts eliminate the start-stop shudder typical of heavy-duty powertrains. Highway stability and comfort. Once the van settles at cruising speeds, the ride transforms into a hushed sanctuary. Acoustic treatments, including double-sealed doors, noise-canceling interior speakers, and vibration-dampening mounts for the powertrain, all but eradicate wind and mechanical roar. In comfort mode, the air suspension floats imperceptibly over surface imperfections, shifting into sport sharpens damper rates for more precise body control without harshness. Extreme conditions and towing dynamics. Tow haul capability. With a maximum towing capacity of 7,700 kilograms when properly equipped, the Savana Concept tackles the most demanding trailer loads with aplomb. The tow haul mode adjusts shift points for higher RPM before upshifts, while an upgraded transmission cooler maintains optimal oil temperatures under continuous stress. Trailer sway mitigation uses your 8 sensors to apply individual wheel braking and modulate torque, keeping both van and trailer in harmonious alignment. Off-road versatility. In its adventure trim, the Savana springs into serious off-road mode. Ground clearance rises to 265 mm, and hill descent control engages to modulate braking on steep declines. The multi-terrain traction control allows wheel slip within controlled parameters to dig out of soft soils or climb rutted tracks. Underbody skid plates protect vital components, while the optional onboard air compressor powers tire deflation for sand or rock crawling. Then reinflates tires to highway pressures at the push of a dash button. Thermal management and durability. Advanced cooling systems. The dual-chamber radiator designs separate engine and ISG coolant loops, each with its own thermostat and high-efficiency electric fans. A dedicated low-temperature loop cools the hybrid battery pack, regulated via a heat exchanger integrated into the main radiator. During heavy towing or spirited runs, the van's track mode opens an additional air curtain beneath the bumper to feed extra cool air to intercoolers and engine oil coolers. Maintaining consistent performance under duress. Component longevity. Every high-strain component, turbochargers, transmission gears, suspension bearings, receives grafted coatings and surface treatments, ceramic nano coatings, DLC finishes, to resist wear and heat fatigue. GMC's engineers validated the system under extreme thermal cycling, from 40 degrees Celsius cold soak starts to plus 50 degrees Celsius desert bake, ensuring repeatable performance and extended service intervals. Driver modes and customization. Mode matrix. The Savana concept offers 6 distinct drive modes: Eco, Comfort, Sport, Tow Haul, Off-Road, and Track, each recalibrating throttle mapping, transmission shift logic, suspension firmness, steering weight, and AWD bias. User-defined profiles. Beyond preset modes, drivers can craft and save 2 custom profiles via the central touchscreen. These profiles allow selection of specific parameters. Accessible on the fly. Real-world performance testing. Acceleration drills. Independent road testers recorded a 0-100 km height sprint in 5.75 seconds under ambient conditions of 22 degrees Celsius and sea level. Quarter-mile time settled at 13.8 seconds at 162 km height, remarkable for a chassis tipping the scales at over 3,200 kilograms. Brake fade resistance. In repeated high-speed braking tests from 160 km height, the Brembo system maintained 95% of initial stopping power after 10 consecutive stops. Thanks to cross-drilled rotors and high-capacity cooling ducts. Fuel economy verification. On a mixed 200 km loop, incorporating urban congestion, highway cruising, and twisty back roads, official test vehicles achieved an average of 19.4 miles per gallon US. Closely matching preliminary EPA estimates. This extraordinarily detailed exploration of the 2025 GMC Savana 3500 unofficial concept illuminates its groundbreaking technical mastery and stellar performance capabilities. From the pioneering hybrid powertrain to the torque vectoring AWD and adaptive air suspension, every facet has been sculpted to rewrite what a heavy-duty van can achieve. Whether you're hauling heavy loads, tackling harsh terrain, or simply craving a cabin that pampers like a luxury cruiser, this concept van stands ready to transcend expectations and set a new benchmark for the segment. Let's kick things off by tackling the big question: why would anyone looking for a smart purchase even consider a concept van? At first blush, it seems counterintuitive. Concepts are usually rolling dream books, loaded with features that may never see production. But GMC's approach with the Savana 3500 concept is different. They've essentially taken the core of one of the most proven, durable chassis in the commercial van segment and infused it with a carefully curated suite of features that straddle the line between visionary and immediately realizable. Future-proof tech at today's prices. Instead of rolling out a bare-bones cargo van with optional tech packages, GMC baked advanced elements, like a 48-volt mild hybrid system, adaptive air suspension, and 5G-enabled telematics, right into the base concept. That means early adopters stand to benefit from fuel savings, smoother driving dynamics, and over-the-air software updates without paying an arm and a leg over the MSRP. Built-in versatility beats aftermarket conversions. One of the stealthiest value plays here is the modular adaptive space module. You flip a latch, and tool racks, cargo bins, or passenger seats rearrange themselves, no third-party installer required. If you've ever cringed at the thought of ordering a van only to pay thousands more for custom build-outs, this integrated flexibility is worth its weight in gold. Residual values anchored by GMC's reputation. Vans tend to hold value well thanks to their workhorse nature. But throw in a concept with unique tech and styling, and you've got a collectible edge. Early indicators suggest the Savana concept could depreciate closer to 35–40% over 5 years, compared to the 45–50% you might see on a fully loaded Sprinter. That differential translates to thousands saved or recouped at trade-in time, lower operating costs through hybrid efficiency. The twin-turbo V6 alone is potent, but couple it with a mild hybrid assist, and you're looking at 12–15% better city cycle fuel economy compared to pure ICE rivals. Over 20,000 miles annually, that translates to roughly $400–600 saved in fuel each year, money you can reinvest into business growth, family road trips, or gear upgrades. With those pillars in place, the Savana 3500 concept emerges not just as a dream van fantasy, but as a pragmatic, forward-thinking purchase for anyone who needs serious capability without sacrificing comfort or style. 2. First encounters, how it feels to drive. Alright, value talk aside, let's address the sexy part. What's it like behind the wheel? Because if this van drove like a brick, none of the fancy tech or flexible cargo modules would matter in the long run. 2.1 ignition and initial creep. Slide in, and you're greeted by a cabin that feels suspiciously like the cockpit of a luxury SUV. The seats are wrapped in soft Italian Napa leather, and a panoramic electrochromic sunroof stretches overhead. Press the satin start button, and the twin-turbo V6 growls quietly, tempered by the mild hybrid's whisper quiet electric assist. When you ease off the brake, the van creeps forward with the gentlest, barely there throttle nudge. No scary jolts, no lurches, just smoothness. 2.2 low-speed maneuvering. Vans notoriously struggle in parking lots, but not this one. Thanks to variable ratio steering and an optional rear axle steering module, the turning circle shrinks dramatically. I managed a 3-point turn in a spot that usually requires a full 5-point gymnastics routine, and the leather-wrapped wheel communicates pavement details with an almost sports car-like precision. 2.3 open road confidence. Merge onto the highway and flip into sport mode. Suddenly, the suspension stiffens just enough to flatten body roll, the throttle response sharpens, and gear changes come through with crisp authority. The mild hybrid assist dumps an extra 25 horsepower into that perfect turbo torque curve, so 0–60 miles per hour clocks in at around 5.8 seconds, numbers you'd expect from a performance crossover, not a 7,000 pound van. At 75 miles per hour, the cabin transforms into a peaceful cocoon, wind noise is dialed down by active noise cancellation, and the air suspension floats over imperfections like a magic carpet.